Everybody right now feels cynical about the political process. I think their leadership seems long on rhetoric but short on substance. Politics seems to be more of a business than a mission. There's a sense that power always trumps principle. But I truly believe there's another tradition in this country that says that we're all connected somehow.
If there's a child on the south side of Chicago that can't read, that makes a difference in my life, even if it's not my child. If there's a senior citizen on the west side of Chicago who can't afford their prescription medicine, having to choose between buying medicine and paying the rent, that makes my life poor, even if it's not my grandparent. If there is an Arab American somewhere getting rounded up by John Ashcroft without benefit of an attorney or due process, that threatens my civil liberties, even if I'm not an immigrant.
From early on in life, because of the values that my mother taught me, I think I recognized that we can do better as a society, and I tried to express that in the community organizing work that I did as a young man. I worked on the south side of Chicago with a group of churches that had come together to try to deal with the closings of steel plants in the area. This is in the early and mid-'80s. And these areas had been devastated. They had lost enormous numbers of jobs. The churches had obviously been affected because their members had been hurt. I realized that there was only so much that we could do on a local level on some of the issues that we were working on. So I went back to law school, went to Harvard Law School, and after coming out of law school, organized a voter registration project called Project Vote that registered 150,000 voters to get Bill Clinton and Carol Moseley Braun elected. Started my civil rights practice representing typically women and minorities and workers who had been discriminated against on the job. Started teaching at the University of Chicago, where I still teach constitutional law, and then 7 years ago this opportunity came up to serve in the General Assembly of Illinois, and have tried to promote the same kinds of values that I did as an organizer while I've been in the state Senate.
My name is Barack Obama, and everywhere I went, I would always get the same two questions. Didn't matter where I went. First question was, where did you get this funny name, Barack Obama? Although people wouldn't always say it right. They call me Alabama. They call me Yo Mama. And those were my supporters who called me that. I won't even talk about what the folks running against me would call me.
The biggest blessing of my life is my family. I've got a wonderful wife, Michelle, and we've been blessed with two beautiful daughters, and we're active in our church, Trinity United Church of Christ. My family life, I think, is most important to me, and it's the main thing I do when I'm not working in my political life.
Just want to stand in strong support of this bill and working for a number of organizations throughout the state that are trying to deal with this homelessness issue. I think this is an example of where we can invest early and really solve some long-term problems, and I'd urge...
Some of the things I'm proudest of, I've really been, I think, a leader in criminal justice reform in the state of Illinois. This year, I passed the first in the nation videotaping of interrogations and confessions, passed the first racial profiling legislation in the state of Illinois that's being implemented as we speak. Spent a lot of time on health care issues, and this year, for example, passed an expansion of the Kid Care program that provides 20,000 children who previously did not have health insurance. I passed an expansion of the Earned Income Tax Credit, a program that over the last 3 years has put $100 million into the pockets, not of the wealthy, but of people who really need it, people who are typically making $30,000 a year or less.
I believe that we can be a better nation. I believe that we can provide homes to the homeless, and food to the hungry, and clothes for the naked. I believe that we can defeat George Bush.
That idea that we all have a set of mutual obligations towards each other, that we are our brother's keeper, we are our sister's keeper, and that those mutual obligations have to express themselves through our government policies, and it's the kind of values that I've been trying to promote throughout my career.